So we're going to take a look at HOOTSUITE from the top. This is what happens when you've logged in. You'll see this console page. So the first thing I'm going to explain is the tabs. These are tabs, and they're basically different streams set up for different aspects of your social media. So it could be Twitter, it could be your Facebook fan page. So you can add streams, you can add different elements from your channels, you could add different Twitter feeds, you could add other social network feeds, you can also add things like lists, searches for keywords, and it will constantly be doing that. So let's have a look first at the Twitter tab, Twitter stream. So what we get here are a number of columns, and in each column is a different aspect of your Twitter stream. So here in the home feed, these are all the latest tweets that other people at your thing have been tweeting. Here we have the sent tweets box, which basically shows you the tweets you've sent. Here we have a mentions, which is basically where your Twitter account's been mentioned. And then here we have direct messages. This is where people have sent you direct messages. If we move over a little bit more, there's some more columns here. These are called list columns. Basically a list is a list of people that you've collated. So you can go through your Twitter followers list and you can choose to add those people to a specific list, or you can import other people's lists, and I'm going to show you how to do that in another module. But basically you can go on a site where people publish their own lists, say the top 75 environmentalists on Twitter. You can import that list, you can see it in HOOTSUITE, you can also look at it in your Twitter page, website page. So I've got a couple here I've set up. One is the transition unis, and the other one is university's environment, which I set up myself using Twitter. Then we have the Oxford Brookes Facebook page. We click on that tab, and as we can see, this is all the content we've posted on the Oxford Brookes Facebook page. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to post a message to Twitter and Facebook. So this is the compose message box. Here are the different accounts you've got set up. So this is your Twitter account, and this is the Facebook page set. So if you want to post to both of those, you tick on them like that, so you get a little green tick. So in the compose message box, you can type in or paste your message. So this is one I pasted and typed in, put in earlier. Now you're tweeting and you're going to send to Facebook. So first to do is be aware that a tweet can only be 140 characters, and this one is far too many. It's 158. So basically what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to do two things. You're going to need to shrink the size of the tweet link. This is the link to a website. You need to shrink it so it uses up less of your 140 characters. So we paste that in there, we press shrink, and it comes up with an Owly short link. So Owly is a URL shortener, which you can track. So you don't need to have the full web address in there. You can take that out, and you can see whether it's okay or not. Now it's still a bit too long. It's saying it's 243 characters. Now what you're going to notice here is something bigger. This is actually a preview of how that tweet is going to look on Facebook. Basically, as you know, when you post a link on Facebook, it gives you a preview of the content on that page as part of it, and it also takes a thumbnail from the page, the link, the link page. So you've got two things going on here. This is the Twitter box here. That's what it's going to look like on Twitter. So you really want to just keep it short and simple, so it fits into the space you need for Twitter. And then here you've got Facebook, and it does it for you. Now the other thing you could do is you might want to add an additional photo. So if you were to tweet about a live event, you might want to link to a photograph that's relevant to that. So I'm just going to open up a photo, one that I chose earlier, which is relevant to Nestle's Kit Kat, green Kit Kat photograph. As you see, it's up with that. Other things you can also do is you can schedule messages, so it will automatically send the messages at certain times of day. You can save the message as a draft, you can view the draft. So that's ready to go. That's what the tweet's going to look like. You've got the web address for the link, and you've also got a web address for the photograph you've uploaded. So we can press send now, and it will send that content to Twitter and your Facebook. So we can have a look here. Let's refresh the Facebook. we go, we can see our tweet right there in Facebook. So again, you can see it's giving you a preview, the links are in there. It basically means that using an hourly short link, anytime anybody clicks on the link in Facebook or Twitter, it will add up how many times that link has been clicked, short code. And also, if people share it with other people through here, if they then click on that link, it'll also count as an hourly short code, even though it'll actually show you the normal link. So I'll give you an example of that. Let's click on the link itself. And you see up here at the top in the web address that you've actually got the normal link, but you got there by pressing hourly, which is the short code. So we can also have a look now at your Sustainable OBU Twitter feed here, and in a moment we'll be able to see that the tweet we've just sent appears on there. There we go, so it's in there as well. So again, shortened link for the page. Also, if you put your cursor over it, you can actually see what the web address is, the full web address. And then the hourly photo, the photo we uploaded, is put in hourly on a separate page. And there we go, you can see it there. So obviously you have to go out to a separate site at the moment, which will change on. And you can of course look at this in your normal Twitter feed, which is this Facebook page here.